you guys have a nice team machine here, or does that get brought in from offsite?
I think it's brought in.
Just kind of talk about I guess preparation. You guys had a couple of days off, and how did things go on tonight?
Yeah, we've transitioned fully into Georgia and preparing for them. They've got an excellent defense, got a lot of experience, very physical up front, a lot of speed and experience on the back end. So we just transitioned into them and put in our base stuff tonight, and tried to execute.
How much do you think it will help Clint having faced a team that pressures a lot in LSU? Georgia's a team that's got a lot of pressure on the quarterback too.
Well, he's had 2 games experience under his belt, which is good. He had an extra week of practice to prepare, and we worked on our offense half the time and introduced some in Georgia last week. So he's got a little bit of a head start on it, which is always good for a young, inexperienced guy. But he's learning as he goes. But the good thing is he does have experience in 2 games, 1 on the road already, which is big, because it'll be a very loud environment over there. We know that.
That was practice tonight.
It was solid. It was solid. Our guys, for the most part, were mentally ready and trying to improve and get better.
A couple of guys have talked about Clint, and they've noticed that he's becoming more vocal and correcting guys. Have you seen him kind of step it up now that he's kind of taken on that leadership?
Yeah, the first week, he was trying to get his feet wet, but after that first week, you could really tell that he was taking charge and trying to be more direct and more demanding of his teammates. And I really think they've listened to him, and they have a lot of respect for him.
With Emory and Trevon, I guess, getting healthier by the day, I would assume. I mean, how big is that for you guys, for the offense?
Yeah, it's very important, especially this time of year. That you got your guys you started with for the most part. Minus Jared Cooper. It's good this time of year to have those guys out there, and you have the pieces of the puzzle that you can call your whole offense.
Clint said that at times during Ole Miss he felt like it was kind of like a high school game as far as confidence, as far as him getting into a rhythm and stuff like that. I mean, how much more comfortable did he seem, against Ole Miss than against LSU?
Well, he definitely was more comfortable. He had more time than he did the first game, and then he was at home, and it was the second start. So I think all 3 of those, helped with his comfort. And the fact that we're playing a great defense in Georgia on the road, so we've got our work cut out for us, and we know we're going to get their best. And like I said, they're a very good defense, and we're playing on the road.
Jarvis Jones, guy that's really, the last 3 or 4 games, really stepped it up. What are you seeing out of him, or what makes him such a guy that get to the quarterback?
Well, he's one of those hybrid players. He's kind of a little unconventional, and he's such a great athlete. He's got very good instincts, and sometimes he has the flexibility to do a lot of things on his own, and sometimes that's scary. The way he played against Florida was very impressive, and he's very good against the run too. So a lot of times a speed athlete like that can't play the run, but he definitely can, and he's not the only one. I mean, they've got at every position they've got very solid players.
They try to make Jones hard to find, don't they? Outside, a little bit inside.
They move him some, but I mean, you got to know where he's at. I mean, we'll definitely know where he's at. It's just our challenge is going to be blocking him, and trying to do a good job on him, whether it's run or pass.
With the coaching change at Ole Miss, obviously your name's one of the ones that's been thrown out there. Any contact from those folks, and any interest on your part?
I got my hands full trying to score points against Georgia, and that's my only focus.
Gus, is it in these games coming up against these kinds of defenses, is it important to get the run-pass balance closer?
Yeah, I think anytime you're playing a very good defense, you've got to be balanced, and that's been our challenge all year. And we've tried to be balanced. Some games we have, some games we've not. And like I've told you before, some of our deficiencies have been protecting our quarterback. Some of it's running routes, catching the ball. Some of it's getting the ball to them. So, but that is our challenge, and we've worked hard to get better. And at times, now that we're getting some guys healthy back again, it looks like we're getting closer to achieving that. And we're going to have to be balanced against Georgia. There's no doubt. I mean, we're going to have to run it, and we're going to have to be able to throw it, because they're good enough where you can't be one-dimensional. If they make us one-dimensional, it's going to be a tough day.
Anything else? All right, Coach, thank you.
Good. Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Appreciate it.
All right.